After Ash catches Pidgeotto, Misty gets angry and she says that, "Are you out of your mind? You are choosing Caterpie to battle against Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto is a bird and Caterpie is a worm. Birds eat worms. So you just have to think of logic before going into battle," she says. At that time, Team Rocket from the previous episode again arrived there. And this time, they say that they want Pikachu. Now Ash is confused and he asks, "Why my Pikachu?" To which they explain that a Pikachu of such mere level could not generate that much electricity. Your Pikachu is a rare Pikachu and we definitely need it for our boss. Saying this, they choose Ekans and Coughing and call Ash for a battle. Ash, on the other hand, says that, "Why are you using two Pokemon against one? It is not in the Pokemon rulebook." To which Misty says, "These are bad guys and they don't follow any rules. Just try to battle with them and somehow win it." Before they think, Coughing immediately uses a sludge attack and Pikachu gets blinded. Now Ash has no other hope. He cannot send Pikachu into fight. He takes Pikachu and hands over it to Misty. Now Ash thinks of what Pokemon he should choose this battle with. He thinks of Caterpie, but Caterpie is already weak, so he sends out his newly caught Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto springs into action and immediately goes up in the air so that it can gain an aerial advantage over Ekans and Coughing. Now, from the air, it uses a quick attack, but Ekans was smart enough to go inside the ground. Burrowing the ground, Pidgeotto has no other choice than to fly back. But when he is flying back, Coughing came from behind and tackled it. Just when it thought it had the upper hand, Ekans again came up from the ground and tried to bite Pidgeotto. Seeing the situation where Pidgeotto cannot defend against both, Ash has no other option than to return Pidgeotto. Now Ash has no other option. He has a weakened Caterpie and an injured Pidgeotto. He has no other option, so he just goes towards Team Rockets and calls them to a brawl, a fist fight. Team Rocket laugh at this institution and is saying that this is the Pokemon battle, kid. We only battle with Pokemon. We don't fight. Saying this, James punches Ash and Ash lands down hard. Misty comes to his rescue and says, "Are you okay?" Now Team Rocket are ready in gear to steal Pikachu finally. Now Ash has no other go than to use Caterpie. Ash talks to himself that Caterpie must be weak, but I have no other option, and sends out Caterpie. And finally, Caterpie comes into the battle. So Team Rocket first sees that and they laugh heartedly. "Look, it's a bug. He has sent a bug to defeat our two strong Pokemon." And Caterpie is already shivering in the presence of Ekans and Coughing. So Ekans and Coughing straight away attack Caterpie. They try to bite it and Caterpie cowers in fear. Now Ash is so scared but still believes in Caterpie and calls for its string shot attack. Now Caterpie, obeying its trainer's commands, stands up to its enemies and string shots first Coughing and then Ekans. Coughing gets rolled like a ball and falls to the ground, and then Ekans gets his head covered and gets thrown away. Now Caterpie uses Tackle and it dismisses both Pokemon to Team Rocket's shock. Now Meowth jumps into action and says, "Now let's see how a real Pokemon fights." But before Meowth could react, Caterpie again uses String Shot and covers Meowth fully to Team Rocket's dismay. They have no other go but to retreat. Misty is so happy and relieved that they are safe now and congratulates Caterpie. And now Ash says, "Now that you have gotten over your fear of Caterpie, why don't you pat it on the head and say how thankful you are?" Now Misty agrees, and when she goes to touch the Caterpie, it does something funny. It uses String Shot on Misty. Now Ash doesn't know what to do, so he places Caterpie down. Then he understands that Caterpie is evolving. As its stages go one by one, Caterpie turns into a new Pokemon called Metapod. and Metapod is the evolved form of Caterpie, and the Pokédex says Metapod can still evolve further. Now Pikachu thinks of the dream Caterpie had when it showed that it should evolve into a butterfly to be liked by Misty, and finally understands its ambition. Now Ash says, "Don't forget your promise," and tells Misty to touch Metapod. Just when she was going to touch, a Beedrill, a bee Pokemon, swam across her and she said, "Just do anything to get me out of this forest." But Ash says, "Oh, new Pokemon, I have to catch more." And our heroes safely now escape from Team Rocket and go further deep into the Viridian forest.